warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. He's got Tonyan complete over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds. Passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber. Opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised to have that one coming out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cook on the toss left. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
From the 16, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. Now Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical, and that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot rolling in for the sack.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive, then marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
You know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Flushed out right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. They'll get this to Bell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It's a bigger.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker. Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
3rd and goal for Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So Charles, they're on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another top 5 season in rushing for Cook last year. His 3rd straight over 1,100 yards and his 3rd straight ending with a Pro Bowl selection. This season can see a couple more milestones for him. He will cross 5,000 yards very early and could climb to 3rd on the Vikings' all-time list of rushing leaders.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Pick it up there, 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. Shaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They followed up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on third down. Rodgers going to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they work this out past the 25. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he whipped it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Green Bay need to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father's very proud watching him pick up that first down there.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Fair catch, made on the 25
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they...
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Here's Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith. leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted. And they did.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Play fake. Cousins steps away. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dean Lowry in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Caught on a slant. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. There's another truck. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a